Hello and welcome to Anxious at Bedtime. I'm one of your hosts, Cash,
I'm Monica.
and that was not a recording.
What?
I sounded like a recording.
Oh, okay. Um, hello. Thank you for joining us tonight. We know it's been a minute. I was pretty sure I was dying.
She was very inaccurate. She was sick.
I was very sick, but we're back now. And yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any new business, do you?
For all the time off, no, I ain't got shit.
Nothing there anymore. No, there is something cute that I wanted to bring up just because I think it's adorable and it made me smile. So we have like an entire flight of stairs from our first floor to our second floor, which is where all of our bedrooms are.
It's usually how it works with an upstairs and downstairs, yeah.
But it's like a full flight of stairs.
Yeah,
I've
usually
seen
people don't have half flights in a whole new upstairs.
No.
That's a hobbit space.
No, a full flight is 18 stairs, right?
I don't fucking know.
Well, it's like 18 stairs because I've seen ones that's like 9 stairs or, a few. It's a lot of fucking stairs. Anyway, moral of the story, a lot of stairs. And our cat does this cute ass thing where she carries her toys upstairs and brings them to us to try to make us play with her.
That's spooky.
It's not spooky, it's cute.
Oh, that is cute, yeah.
So if you needed something to make you smile today, just picture Kitty Bang carrying a cow up 18 stairs in her mouth.
The whole fucking flight she does. I've seen it.
A whole flight. It's so cute.
That's cool, I suppose.
Because she did that the other day when I was in here. Normally she'll take it to the bedroom, but she brought it in here and I was like, you're so adorable. But yeah, that's all I got. So let's get into our episode.
All right.
So Cash and I have been focusing a lot on decorating our home lately, and I think that's why the story grabbed my attention. There are several pieces of art that are believed to bring disaster and misfortune.
Oh, shit.
This week...
Did we buy one of them?
No, we didn't.
Okay, good.
This week we are talking about the Crying Boy painting.
Oh, we almost bought something like that.
No, I wouldn't allow it. Well, when we were looking at creepy pictures, I think we did see one like that.
I'm pretty sure you tried to egg me on to buying one.
No, I tried to get you to buy a haunted clown doll.
You tried that shit too, no.
Yeah, I found one on eBay. A little tiny, like 2-inch haunted clown doll that has a ghost attached to it. I wanted it so bad. But I can't lie, I'm kind of glad you said no because I woke up the next morning and like I changed my mind. I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm not ready to be a ghost mother.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking financially support a ghost.
I don't think you have to financially support a ghost. Well, I don't know. The
they
lights.
fuck with your power, yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
That shit's already expensive enough.
But I don't know how to transition out of that. I'll get better one day. But back to the story. So we don't know a whole lot about the origins of these paintings. But here's what we do know. In 1911 in Venice, Italy, Bruno Amadio was born.
This much we know.
This much we know. It was clear early in his life that Bruno had a love for painting, and it came as no surprise to anyone when he grew up and began painting full time.
That's why you said we talk about Bruno this time.
Yeah, I told
Okay.
you.
All right.
At some point, he started painting under the name of Giovanni Bragolin.
Because we don't talk about Bruno.
Because we don't talk about Bruno. And he mostly sold his work to tourists in Venice underneath that name. It was during that time that he created a series of portraits. Some reports say there were 60, some say 20. I'm not entirely sure how many there are, but the point is there's a lot. Because even just 20 is a lot of pictures.
Yeah. It's quite a bit, yeah. I get fucking bored after, like, thinking about one.
True. Where I think the weird part about these portraits comes in is all of these portraits picture crying children, particularly boys, obviously by the name, I guess. They are super unsettling. I couldn't even look at them when researching. And it's not just children crying like they broke their toy or tripped and fell or something. Like, it gives off a much darker feeling than that. I don't like the pictures at all.
I'll have to look into them.
Yeah, I'll show you.
It looks like the same kid over and over, though.
Yeah.
Like, he just keeps painting himself all fucking saddened.
Some pictures do, but then there's a little girl crying. I'm not 100% sure that's part of the same series, but I'm not here to speculate. I'm just here to say that the pictures were very weird and I don't like looking at them. It was to the point when I was researching, there would be pictures like in the articles and I would cover it with my hand. So I'm surprised you didn't notice. You're sitting right next to me.
I see you do weird shit all the time, and I just, you do you. It's none of my business.
That's true. But for some reason, people loved these paintings and they were insanely popular. Bruno passed away in 1981, but to this day, the Crying Boy portraits remain his most famous works. There was even a huge boom in the 1950s, and a whole bunch of prints were made, meaning that we have no idea how many of these pictures could still be out there. Because even if he just painted 20, and then a bunch of prints were made off that, and they were sold in department stores, who knows?
A lot of people have seen his shit and probably just don't even know it.
Yeah. But here's where the weird stuff happens. First of all, basically nothing is known about Bruno. He never did any interviews. Nothing like that. I couldn't find a single picture of him.
Maybe that was another alias.
Maybe it was. But, truly, we don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, they didn't. Fuck that. That guy makes a bunch of weird crying pictures.
Yeah. But there is an urban legend that he had a son and that his son was terrified of fire. So to get a good reference for real tears for the paintings, Bruno would strike a match to make his son cry.
Ah, that's an artist.
Yeah. And it's believed that that's how he got so much emotion behind the paintings.
Doesn't seem too bad.
It's not great, but it could be worse for sure. But it is believed that his most popular painting of the series is a portrait of his son, which is probably that boy that you saw over and over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
His son hated the psychological torture and told his father to just burn him down already because he was coming at him with the matches. And then a short while later, the son passed away from pneumonia and a high fever. So the son literally passed away from being burned from the inside out.
Yeah, but he wasn't really the dad didn't set him on fire.
Yeah.
But the fear, I guess,
But shortly after, again, according to this part of the legend, Bruno's painting studio caught fire, and everything in it was destroyed except for a Crying Boy painting.
Even all the images of Bruno.
Yeah, maybe that's where they went. There is a different rumor that all of these portraits are children from an orphanage that burnt down during World War II. Then there's another rumor that Bruno, fought in World War II and fled to Spain when the war ended, and that's where he painted the orphans. And then the final rumor came about in the year 2000, stating that Bruno painted an orphan boy named Don Bonillo, nicknamed Diablo.
Oh.
Yeah. According to this rumor, Diablo accidentally caused a fire that killed his parents. And then after that, fires kept following him wherever he went. So whatever orphanage, if a family tried to adopt him, just fires everywhere. And that's how he earned the nickname Diablo. Eventually, somehow, Diablo met Bruno, and Bruno adopted him, but that didn't stop the fires, and in the end, Diablo's life was taken by a fire in Bruno's studio.
These are all just rumors, right? Speculations.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
Like I said, there's no real documentation of Bruno's life at all, besides when he was born and when he died. I wonder if after the phenomena we're about to talk about, if everything else was just filled in.
Yeah, people were like, I think it was this guy's paintings. Maybe it wasn't even this Bruno guy.
Yeah.
This Bruno guy was just chilling and everyone keeps talking about him. It's like, dude, the fuck? I don't even know how to paint.
Yeah. I just definitely wanted to talk about that because there is obviously a whole lot of weirdness surrounding these portraits, but also a whole lot of weirdness surrounding the artist too. It's just weird all over.
Seemingly so.
But it is weird that with all the different rumors, there are two main stories. Either Bruno painted orphans or he painted his son, who might have also been an orphan.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know why they stuck to that shtick, I guess.
Maybe this random Bruno guy in a village actually had an orphan son and everyone's like, just fucking blame that guy.
Oh, maybe.
That's why they don't talk about Bruno. The guilt.
Now we're going to jump forward to September 4th, 1985. This...
Wasn't born yet.
No, you weren't. This is the true start to the phenomena surrounding the Crying Boy painting. The British-based newspaper, The Sun, released an article about the paintings. They interviewed a firefighter named Peter Hall, who explained how there had been several home fires that destroyed everything, while leaving behind an untouched crying boy portrait completely unscathed.
He used flame retardant paint.
Maybe. That is one of the theories. It became a common belief and superstition among the firefighters that the portraits were bad luck. But one firefighter, Peter's brother, Ron Hall, thought that everyone was overreacting.
That is until...
Yeah. Ron wasn't superstitious, and to prove his point that there wasn't any merit to their fears, he bought one of the paintings and set it up in his home.
The guy's a little cocky.
Yeah, I have to wonder if his wife knew why he bought it, or if she was just like, oh, he brought home art, how cute.
She's like, why is that kid crying? And he's like, we'll find out.
Oh. Shortly after he put the art up, his entire home was burnt down. He lost everything except the crying boy portrait.
What do you say to that?
Well, when Ron saw the untouched painting, he shoved his foot straight through the canvas.
Oh, so it's flame retardant, but it's not like kick-proof?
It's not
That's neat.
kick-proof.
Or it just came back the next morning and it was hanging in his hotel room?
That would be terrifying. Oh my gosh. Following the release of that article, The Sun received a ton of reports from people that experienced something similar. There was Dora Mann, who bought the picture, and just 6 months later, her home was burned down. She had a good collection of paintings and prints, and all of them were destroyed except for the crying boy.
See, you remember, like, we saw all those kids in all the paintings and shit at Goodwill and all the photographs, and I was like, fuck that, we're not doing none of that. It's spooky as shit, but we're not doing none of that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
We rent. That'd be fucked.
That'd be fucked. The only thing I could kind of come up with for the popularity of the pictures is that when they started getting popular, it was in the 50s. So it's post-World War II and right in the midst of the Cold War. So maybe there was like a popularity in sad pictures and psychological realism, things that made people face the emotions that they were feeling with all the wars. But even that kind of feels like I'm just reaching for things.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know. It's very weird. I just don't like things that make me sad.
That's true.
So there was Dora Mann, and then after Dora Mann, there was Sandra Caskey. Sandra reported that she, her sister-in-law, and her friend all bought copies of the painting and all experienced home fires.
They, like, tested it out. Can you put that shit on your, like, rental or renters or homeowners insurance? Like, I bought this painting just in case.
I don't think so.
That'd be nifty.
That would be.
But then there'd be some science behind it where they're like, they would have to acknowledge it, so.
That's fair. Then there was the Parks family, a family of 5 who had to be treated for smoke inhalation after their home caught fire. The Parks' father, Brian, reported that when he was able to return home, he found a wall that was completely black with soot, like burned wallpaper, the whole shebang. And in the middle was the crying boy painting looking as brand new as the day he got it.
So in these cases, are any of the significant others, like, do they ever find out that this is, you know, a possibility that this painting's causing their shit to burn, and they ever fucking divorce? Like, you motherfucker, you bought that painting, you knew this was a possibility. Like, I want to know those stories too.
Yeah, me too. But to be fair, I don't think all of them were people buying it just to see, because they took off in the 50s, and then this article is when they started getting all of the stories, was in 85.
I mean, is there instances of that though?
Yeah, the fireman, remember?
Yeah, but did they get divorced?
Oh, I don't think
Like,
so.
what's the outcome?
I fucking...
A burnt house, I get that, okay.
A big argument, at least. I'd pick a big fight after that.
See, that's what I'm saying. My inquisitive brain is like my wife would pick the world's biggest fucking fight.
Understandably.
Fellas?
I would... Oh, I feel like I still sound so nasally. I'm sorry if you can hear that. A patron of the Perio Pizza Palace saw the painting hanging in the restaurant.
And burned it down just so it didn't burn the whole restaurant?
No.
Fuck.
But the patron asked the owners if they had experienced any bad luck from it. And the owner said, "Don't be ridiculous." And a few days later, the restaurant had a fire, and the fire started right near where the painting was. Again, the painting was just fine.
So, this painting is only active on burning people's shit down if they acknowledge its ability to do so.
I don't think so.
No.
Because the firefighter that was interviewed for the article he said that they saw the trend of like, well, there's all these fires in all of these houses. There's that painting. And then that's how the superstition came. So I think it started just happening. And then people started acknowledging it.
No, probably not.
Then there was the Godper family, who had the usual story, and the Amos family, who had 2 of the crying paintings that were found intact in rubble after a gas explosion destroyed their house.
And then it burnt the mother-in-law's house too, just to make sure, because they had 2.
No.
Oh, okay.
But I think them having 2 caused the gas explosion.
I was like, you know what? Double whammy for this
Yeah.
family. Blam!
Holy heck. A woman named Mrs. Woodward reported destroying her painting herself because she feared it was responsible for her son, daughter, husband, and mother all dying in separate fire events.
Like, was this all at the same time, same week? Like,
Well, I don't know about same
did they all
week.
have the painting? Did they all live in the same house?
She had it, so she was. I don't know if they all
So
lived
it
in the same
dispersed the
house.
energy? I want to know this.
Yeah, I know. I was interested in that too, but I couldn't find the information. But I was curious. So these paintings, the prints, were sold in department stores, like big box department stores.
Like JCPenney and shit.
I imagine. So did the department stores catch fire? If
No.
they're in thrift stores now, did the thrift stores catch fire?
I think we would have heard about a JCPenney's or a TJ Maxx or something that caught fire, but all that was left was unscathed paintings.
That's fair. So then I don't know the logic there. I don't know. It's very weird.
Somebody heard about the rumor and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Burn the bitch down and blame it on the painting.
Oh my gosh.
Throw one in after.
Scary. I did wonder that if people were like putting them
Like
in after.
insurance.
Yeah. But I don't know. That seems like a lot to go through for
The
that.
wife's like, I can finally get rid of this ugly ass crying baby picture. And they throw it in there and the husband's like, this one's untouched. God damn it. And she's like, fuck, this guy's an idiot, but he believed it. All right. At least we don't have to put it back in the fucking house. That's a real possibility.
I
Happened
don't-
fucking 86 times.
Yeah.
You know, one wife tells the next wife, and next thing you know, the whole house or the whole neighborhood's new.
This is just my opinion, but I don't think it's that.
This is just my opinion, but I don't know.
A man named Malcolm Vaughn helped a neighbor destroy his painting. Then he returned home that night and found his living room on fire.
Painting was like, the fuck you did?
Yeah. What?
Because it wasn't even burned down. It was like on fire. So
Yeah.
they made sure, like, yeah, you know, bitch.
Yeah,
you know
you're-
what it was.
You're getting this.
You know what it is.
Good gravy. Then William Armitage was found dead and charred in his destroyed home, and lying next to his body was an intact painting. See, that one kind of had me wondering, like, did somebody murder him and like drop the painting to be like, "Hoo-hoo, it was a ghost."
Wife was like, I told you not to buy this fucking thing.
Yeah, I hope not.
Now she's in Cancun.
But that one really freaked me out. And then it freaked out the firefighters that were there too. They said there were a few reports of different firefighters saying they didn't really believe it until they saw that scene, because it was everything charred, including his body and an untouched picture. And they're like, there's something jarring about seeing that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty jarring.
Yeah.
I'd still question the wife.
Yeah. But so there's case after case after case, and it can't be explained. The Sun decided, the newspaper that published the original article, that they wanted to do something about it, and they told people to send them the paintings and they will destroy them.
Oh, fuck that.
Right?
Did
And
they catch fire?
no,
Was this recent? Because there's still time.
it was in the 80s, in 85. It was all in the same year.
Yeah.
The people that worked at the newspaper were very superstitious about it. And one person that worked there thought it'd be like funny to hang up a printout of it.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the names, but the person in charge was like, take that shit down right now. Like, that's not going up.
We don't even play like that. Like, I get that.
Yeah. So on October 31st, 1985, they held a huge bonfire where they burned every single one of the 2,500 paintings that were sent to them.
That's a lot.
Uh-huh.
Did they document how many were like the exact same?
No, not that I could find.
Ah.
But I think that's pretty iconic, especially that they held the bonfire on Halloween. I like that.
Good on you.
Good on you.
And it's a good thing you clarified the Sun, the newspaper, because I was like, whose son?
I know.
The fuck?
All I could think is, remember when I tried Googling like the proper word for the sun, and I Googled what is the sun, and it just pulled up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I was thoughtful. I respect that the Sun tried to help people. And there was a lot of drama around them sharing the original article in the first place because people say it was whatever the word was back then for clickbaity.
Oh, yeah.
Sensational? I don't know if that's
Nope.
it.
I told you I wasn't alive, so.
But yeah, so there's a lot of drama because they're like, you're just doing that for views. And they're like, duh, that's why we're here.
Welcome to a business.
Yeah.
You have to
Everything
have
a
some
newspaper
sort of
does.
way to make money, and we chose news because we want people to read it.
Yeah. But like we talked about earlier, some people believed there's a fire retardant varnish used on the paintings. But what are the odds of it being used on the paintings and the prints? Prints that were often not made by Bruno.
Yeah, and I don't think they had contracts back then for him to put that in there. Like, hey, if you're going to make this print and mass produce it, you have to put flame retardant chemical on it because it burns.
Right.
Or I don't want it to burn. I don't think that was a thing, so.
Especially since a lot of artists, when their works get made into prints, they don't see the royalties. So I don't know why they would like uphold that even if he did.
Exactly. And I'm sticking to the wife theory. They really didn't like this painting.
Oh, man.
They're like, you know what? I'm just going to throw it in now.
I feel like there's easier ways, like maybe burn just the painting.
No, I don't think they burned it. I just think they were like, fuck, throw this painting on there now.
Oh.
Try to get rid of it then.
Maybe. I like that, actually. Like, get rid of it.
God damn it didn't even burn. The fuck is this made of? Flame retardant?
Especially since people had other pieces of art in their home and those burned. So, yeah, I don't believe the fire retardant varnish, but I'm kind of on board with the just trying to get rid of the painting. It's also weird to me that it's not just one specific painting. It's the whole series of paintings with several different children in the paintings.
And that's debatable. I saw the paintings. They could have been the same kid.
No, it's supposed to be different kids. I don't know. But still, it's not the same painting. Like, it's different paintings, even if it is the same kid. So, are the paintings haunted? Did Bruno trap some sort of dark energy into his paintings? Or are the paintings just so sad and vulnerable that it draws demons or something? Yeah. Maybe.
I vote that one.
Yeah.
It's an energy, like, it pulls energy. That's what I'm going to say.
I could believe that one too.
That or the wives. Either one.
Or the wives, yeah. One quote that I saw that made me really sad, I don't remember who it was. I think it was the interviewed firefighter's wife that said she thinks they don't catch fire because the tears extinguish the flames.
Well, that's just fucking... Come on.
I thought it was deep and it was very sad. Because like I said, if you look up these pictures, like they're sad. So, I don't know.
I think it's a bit of a stretch to be like, it's because all the tears. It's fucking sad kids' tears are keeping the paintings alive.
Maybe. Just for the skeptic part of my brain, I would like to know how many people had the paintings that didn't have a fire.
I'm sure there was more than 2,500 in existence.
Yeah.
I wonder if this shit's still happening. Hey, have you guys ever had a picture or a painting of a crying kid hanging on your wall and everything burned in your house? Like you had a house fire, but that painting's still around? Let us know.
On Reddit,
Did that shit happen to you?
I saw a few people saying that they grew up with it in their house and everything was just fine. So, I don't know. But yeah, let us know if you had one. I do think there's something weird going on, but I wonder if it could also partly be because it was so popular and everyone simply had one at the time.
It still just piques my interest that shit didn't burn.
Yeah, that's the part that I can't get past.
Like, why aren't we making more stuff like these paintings?
Right? Like, I don't know, the whole house that burned down, if that were made of the...
That'd be neat.
Yeah. But yeah, that's everything I've got. Sorry to give you guys a short episode this week after having to miss a week, but we got a lot of stuff going on. And like I said, I'm still not feeling 100%. Thank you for joining us. You can find us on social media. We have a TikTok still. Woohoo!
Woo!
A Threads, an Instagram.
And then a podcast. Hopefully you know that part.
If you or somebody you know has ever had an experience with the paranormal and you would like to have that story read on the pod, email it to anxiousatbedtimepodcast@gmail.com. If you have any,
Dope ass conspiracy theories you want to share, and we can share some of those because, it all goes hand in hand, right?
or any topics that you want us to cover in general, shoot them our way and we will try to do so.
The world may be a scary place with haunted paintings that just won't fucking burn until you do 2,500 at the same time, I guess.
That's the key, the magic number.
That's the magic number. But we're probably fine.
We're probably fine. Sleep tight.
Sleep tight. Don't be too anxious. How do I stop the recording?